Hello everyone, welcome to another DTF Movie Review Monday.
My name is Frankie.
And my name is Herb. Today we're going to do things a little different. This is actually going to be our first movie review of a horror film.
Yeah. And, Herb, when you suggested we did this, I wanted to tell you no, because you know how I feel about scary movies, but I cannot discriminate. I can't pick and choose. If it's getting the buzz, then we should be talking about it.
And the buzz is correct, because the movie we're going to be talking about today is Talk to Me. Talk to Me has been in theaters it actually came out in 2022, but it hit theaters again or re-release or something like that this year. And that's when it actually made a lot of noise, and it's been popping. We watched it and it was really good. What do you think?
I'm already prejudiced about it because I really don't care to pay to scare myself. But in the spirit of it being a movie, I will give it good regards. We'll get into it, but right. I will say that thinking about the elements of what makes a good movie, this I would say is a good movie.
Yeah, it was. I don't get scared too easily anymore. After, Insidious and Conjuring really took over the 2010s and everything like that. Movies like this just don't scare me. Possessions or demonic stuff. I feel like it's okay. I've seen this before. I get it. When the music gets silent, something's gonna pop up. I can prepare myself for that type of stuff. But for a movie to get me to jump, yeah, that's how I know this is gonna be a good one.
Well, yeah. So this Talk to Me came out of A24 Studios.
Woohoo!
Yeah, they've really been doing some really interesting things recently. Like, they're not a major studio, right?
They're not a major studio, but they're definitely getting up there because they were founded in 2012, so they're only 11 years old.
Oh, very young.
Yes, very
Hollywood
young.
Is old. Hollywood is old.
Yeah, a lot of studios that are putting out movies till this day are like from 80s and 90s, maybe even before that.
Yeah, this thing is very, very young, but A24 is making a name for itself.
Yes.
I really like some other projects that they put out previously. We've talked about it in past episodes, but yeah, I like what A24 is doing. So to see that they brought this out and it's getting such high regard, I'm not completely surprised at all.
Yeah. Let's talk about the directors a little bit. They're brothers, am I?
Yeah. So the director, it's two brothers named Danny and Michael Philippou. Yeah. And they came out of Australia. And what's crazy to me is that they were actually YouTubers.
You did tell me this, yes.
Yeah. So they're YouTubers. And man, I checked out their YouTube page. And what they do on YouTube is very drastically different from the things that happen in this movie.
Okay. I haven't seen the videos, but explain a little bit. Is it like opposite of horror or what?
I wouldn't even call it opposite of horror. It's just another direction, another lane, another field entirely. Like if this horror movie was basketball, their YouTube is ballet.
Okay. All right. Oh, wow.
So so let me tell you, man, I've watched a few of their videos on YouTube, and some are funny, but an element that's in all of their YouTube videos is chaos. Like it is very chaotic. It is nonsensical. And if you can watch the whole thing, it can be entertaining, right? That's one thing. So a video I watched and I absolutely loved on their YouTube was it was a fight video. It was insane towards the end, but they disguised it as some viral thing. They disguised it as a regular video blog.
Okay.
But towards the end of the movie, things happen and there's absolutely a story, So if that's where they got their writing chops from the YouTube things, then I wouldn't be surprised about, the success of this movie either.
Yeah, success is definitely right because it was really great. I thought the storyline was great. I actually tried to do a little research to see if there was any other upcoming or previous, horror films that they did, but I didn't find anything like that.
No, I'm telling you, they went from YouTube And the last video they posted was a year ago, so they must have been doing some heavy preparation for the release of this film also. Mm-hmm. So they went from YouTube straight to Hollywood.
And they're from Australia, you mentioned, right? Or something
like that? Yeah. They are from Australia.
They're from Australia, and the film itself is based in Australia, right?
They probably filmed in Australia.
No, it definitely is. There is a kangaroo in the... there was a... You remember the kangaroo? Yeah, there's a kangaroo. Where else would a kangaroo...
You're right about that. But around here.
Yeah, so it was an Australian film. Man, I really love how film is really hitting worldwide, you know? Like, not even too long ago, a film like this would be considered an international film. Now it's
a hit.
It's just a hit. Yeah, it's just a great movie. Like, there's no need to call it international film or categorize it as an international film. No, it's up there with the other horror films and everything like that.
I didn't even think about that. This is not being marketed as a foreign film. You're
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Now let's talk about one of the main characters. What was her name? Mia?
Mia was the name of the main character.
And what is the actress's name? Because she did amazing.
The actress is Sophie Wilde.
Sophie Wilde. Her performance was wild. No, she did really, really good. This cast is filled with people that we don't know. Let's just say that right now. Yeah. You know, if you know them, then great. But we personally don't know them. And I just think they did so good. Specifically, Sophia's character. Her character scared me.
They're probably these actors are probably popping in Australia. But even if they're not, this movie could be a rising star movie.
Okay, yeah.
Much like Boogie Nights, filled with people who are enormously famous today, but nobody's when it was made.
Okay, that's a great way to say it. Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay, so yeah, her character was really good. Is there anybody else you would like to talk about? Because at least for me, I felt like she was really the main character like that.
She absolutely was the main character.
Yeah, she stole the show. She stole the movie. Everyone else did a great job. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's this one character. What's her name? The one that wanted to be all cool and whatnot. I don't know. Haley was her name. The character's name was Haley, played by Zoe Terakis. I'm not entirely sure how to say her last name. Mm-hmm. But before I criticize not her performance but her character, hats off to her performance. Because, man, she made me hate her. And that's something I always told myself. I hate these type of characters. But for me to actually feel this type of hatred or dislikeness towards a movie character, that just told me that the actress or actor did an amazing job, displaying this character. So she did great.
Exactly. The whole cast melded well, right? They did a great job casting these people. They did a great job portraying these characters.
Mm-hmm.
And they did so good that while you did mention that the brothers who directed the film, they don't have any other horror credits.
Right.
There's already talk about a sequel.
Yes.
You said they approved the sequel already.
Yeah, a sequel's already either in the works or in pre-production or something like that, but a sequel's coming.
With how this movie ended, I would love to see where they go.
I got a title for it, for the part 2. Talk to me later. Talk to me later. But yeah, so I'm excited for part 2. I'll be honest with you, I'm not too fan of sequels when it comes to horror films because again, Conjuring and Insidious kind of took over that whole genre thing in the 2010s. And again, you just kind of eventually start figuring out, the formula and you're no longer scared. So, but this whole hand, the statue of the hand, let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about the film. The movie starts with everybody at a party. This is like high school time, right? Everybody's at a party and this dude is trying to break into one of the rooms that his brother is inside. When he finally opens it, we see that his brother's like, he's
out of it.
He's out of it. Not even just out of it, but like you see his back and he looks messed up. You see his back and I think there were scratches or he just sees scars and he ends up killing him. He ends up killing him and then ends up killing himself. That threw me off right away. I'm here thinking, oh, okay, this is a bad guy. Killed himself.
Exactly.
Like, oh, all right.
There's more to the story. And that's some classic, to me, I think that's some classic horror story stuff. To have an opening like that, I thought something is going on and we're probably not going to see those guys again.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. One thing that we end up finding out about the hand was that it was given to them, or that they purchased it from who again?
I don't recall.
You don't recall? Well, I think if it was something like they found it, or it belonged to a sidekick, or
so the kid who got got it said that or there was a scene. So I don't know if we're talking about the same explanation of where they got it, but what I recall is a kid who didn't want to disclose where he got it from. All he did was imply that he got it from someone who got it from someone else.
Yeah, from a sidekick, or the hand used to belong to a demon from the past or something like that, and is now, ceramic. Yeah, it's like the ceramic. So what they would do is they'll grab the hand and say, "Talk to me." And once they say that, they'll see this entity in front of them. It could be, and it's a random entity as well, like anyone from the underworld, and it's scary. You out of nowhere, you're hanging out with your friends and you say these words and boom, there's a demon right in front of you. This is the part that made me kind of want to stop watching it, because it is like, no, this is stupid. Why would you say, "Let me in"? No, I let you in, right?
Yeah.
I let you in. Bro, you're legit just inviting this spirit into that part got me like, oh, this is stupid, but let's keep watching. So I let you in, and then they get possessed, and they're only supposed to be possessed for 90 seconds.
90 seconds. They gotta blow out a candle.
Not even a second more, or because in their words, something more can happen. The demon can basically get stuck in there. Yeah,
there's whatever door these evil spirits come through to take over your body. There's a chance that the door may stay open if it's 1 second past 90.
Exactly. 1 second past 90. And they all get a high off of this. They let the demon take their body for let's say 85 seconds, let's just say. And then they blow out the candle, let go of the hand, and they're like, oh my God, wow, that was intense. That was insane. They got this insane high off of this that they want to keep doing it. And keep doing it. Next thing you know, there was this montage of them just taking turns. I don't know about you, but that montage scene was pretty crazy. Like it was fun to watch. Not that I was like, oh, that's so fun. I wish I could be part of that. But it was just more like, well, I'm getting what's happening here. I'm feeling the intensity of something's about to happen. Something bad is about to happen, because they're all having fun. And the next thing you know, there's always going to be that one person that either messes it up or something happens that gets messed up.
Yeah. Speaking of that montage, right? This happened at the party.
Yes.
Right. And man, like I'm just thinking, why would they make a game out of this?
Yeah.
And it makes me think about, young people today, because I'm sure they would.
Right.
I'm sure they would. And I used to think it was, an older version of me would say, white people, crazy. White people are crazy.
Now Australian people.
But now I look at it as immature people. But it's also just young, immature people.
Yes.
Because when older people are immature, you find them either escaping responsibility or accountability. But younger, immature people are risk takers.
Yeah.
Because they feel like, well, I have time to make mistakes now. Which is true depending on the mistake.
Very right.
But I just, that party scene just tripped me out. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Now, and the part that blew my mind as well was that they had a kid in there. He was like, in middle school or something? Because they were high schoolers. And one of the person that was hosting the party, her little brother wanted to be part of it. And, he was watching everybody having this good time. So he gets up and saying, hey, I want next. And his sister's saying, no, don't do it. Understandably, clearly these people are getting possessed. Yeah. You don't want your own little brother getting possessed as well. And she steps out of the room. She's like, no, and you better not. She steps out, and they all agree. Still, everybody else agrees. Okay, let him do it, but just for 50 seconds. 50. He holds on and he gets possessed. However, he gets possessed by Mia's mom's character, who recently passed away in the film.
Yes.
So when she realizes, hey, this is my mom. No. Hey, it's past 50 seconds. Wait, I need more time. I'm talking to my mom. And she's talking to her mom. The whole 90 seconds pass. Oh my God. In this next scene, he just starts banging his head on the table. But not just on the flat surface of the table, but the corner of the table. Yeah. Oh, that was intense for me, bro.
Let me tell you something. The guys who did the makeup in that scene. Big ups to them.
What? that was crazy. So he gets possessed, and then obviously he ends up in the hospital. The dude's face is busted open, and in the past 90 seconds, we all know, hey, there's more than likely a demon still sitting in that boy. And we find out that Mia's character later on through the film, she passed the 90-second mark her first time by a couple seconds. And they say it too. Oh, you just went over a few seconds. And next thing you know, we find out that her going over a few seconds, she herself had a demon inside.
Yeah.
She herself had a demon inside trying to tell her what to do. The classic, voice in the back of your head. Hey, kill your family, kill this, do this. Hey, the only way you're going to save them is if you kill them. So she goes on this mission to basically kill, kill others and whatnot. And man, what do you think about the ending?
So I thought, and I like the ending. I'm very okay with the ending.
Okay.
It's been described by others as anticlimactic or a bummer, But if you think of it in a literal movie sense, I can agree with you. The ending wasn't crazy. The ending wasn't, the ending wasn't, I'll say, satisfying, But I think that this ending, I very much like the ending because it's a cautionary tale.
Okay.
Right? Because you stated it, the character named Mia, she was sad about her mom who just recently passed. I think in the movie it showed that there was a 2-year anniversary,
something like that,
2-year death anniversary, and Mia, the character Mia, was still like grieving heavily, and I think it's just a cautionary tale of how if you don't ever get out of grieving, it will lead to self-destructive behavior.
That's a good way to see it. Yeah, that's a real good way to see it. There is other message. Well, I wouldn't call it messages, but other signs that I personally picked up in the film as well was when Mia was driving with the little brother. They were just driving on their way back home. They come across this kangaroo who was basically hit by another car and just in the middle of the road, lying there and crying and in pain, basically, wanting to die. And the little brother said, like, hey, he's in pain. We gotta, let's at least finish him off, we put him out of his misery. So they get back in the car and she's gonna run him over, but she can't do it.
Yeah.
She can't do it. So she just swerves away from it and continues. And later throughout the film, we see that she's told to also finish somebody off. Hey, take this person out of the misery, kill him or whatnot. And just like the kangaroo, she was going to, but couldn't.
Yeah.
She couldn't. So that just goes to show Mia's character a little bit more of that, yes, even though she was stupid to let, do this, this game of letting a demon inside you and whatnot, she was still, how can I say, cautious. She was still very much aware that she has some sort of emotional, how can I put it? Not so an emotional support, but like this. She was human. She had feelings. Awareness. There you go. She had an awareness that this isn't right and everything like that. And I don't know. I just like those little messages like that. It's nothing huge, but it was placed in the movie for a reason.
Exactly. What you're talking about, it sounds like to me is the human connection.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like to me. Because
yes.
You could get lost in this demonic story. You could get lost in all that. But what brings it back to reality is just those little touches of humanity.
Exactly.
That are just dropped in the movie, dropped in the writing, dropped in the directing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. One thing that I really liked about the film as well, let's go back to talking about the hand a bit. The hand, if you notice, was a left hand. I don't know if you know this, but left hand is at least considered, back in the old times, left hand is considered evil. Specifically because Jesus sits on the right hand, is the right hand of God.
Yes.
So therefore, what's on the left hand? The opposite of where Jesus is standing. So evil. So that's what, one thing that pointed out to me as well. And on the hand itself, they definitely did this on purpose. On the hand itself, there was writings on there.
Mm-hmm.
Different names, different things. I don't know. But one thing that I did notice, very small detail, was the name Annabelle. Did you see that by any chance?
No, I didn't.
Yes. Annabelle was written on one of the fingers. And I saw that, I was like, like, I see what you're doing here.
That's
Little
crazy.
crossovers, So that just goes to show that, for all we know, the whole Annabelle, Conjuring, Insidious, dilemma is also part of that hand thing. You get what I'm saying? Everything that in that realm is part of that hand and has either experienced the hand or is living inside the hand or in that realm or whatnot. But it was really good, dude. I like that.
Right?
It's the little things.
The way you're describing that, man, it could be absolutely possible, right? Because so many stories based on true events, right?
Yeah, you're right.
It is absolutely possible that we could one day get a horror film that involves all those stories.
Right? Especially nowadays with multiverses movies and stuff like that.
The HCU, the Horror Cinematic Universe.
All right? Yeah. You're going to see Annabelle fighting crime.
Oh, my goodness. Bro, what do you rate this film?
For a horror film, I'm going to give it Herb says 8.5.
8.5. Now, I got to remind you and our audience, I'm biased. I'm already biased against horror films. Okay? So I will give credit to the writing, though. I will give credit to the performance of the cast.
Mm-hmm.
I will give credit to the character building. Also, this is like normally when you have like demon possession in a film, it's like from a Ouija board or just old spirits or whatnot.
Yeah, something you've seen before.
I think this is a fresh take on that type of situation, demon possession and all that. I think it's a fresh take. So I'll give credit to the writing, the performance of the cast, the character building in the movie, and the story itself, right? And giving all that credit, minus my bias against horror films, I'm gonna give it a 5.
Wow.
Imagine what the score would be if I didn't have a bias.
You know what? we started this podcast, with differences and similarities, so I'll take it. Whatever. we'll take it. All right. Frankie says 5. Herb says 8.5. So I mean, there's that. But okay. So hopefully, let's answer this at least. Will you watch the sequel?
It depends on the buzz it gets.
Okay. All right. So you won't watch it when it comes out?
Probably not immediately.
No? Okay. I would. I'll go watch it. I feel like, again, horror movies today does not get to me. It just doesn't. I've seen a bunch of this stuff before. Mm-hmm. But like you said, the new approach of a hand, that was nice.
Yeah.
I've heard of the doll's possession. I heard of the ghost in the corner, in the black corner there, the lights turn off in the basement or somebody's, granddaughter. I've seen it all before. But the hand, that was new. And I liked it. So it was a new storyline. I felt like I didn't know what to expect. So it really did get to me. So I am looking forward to the sequel. I will watch it in theaters. Hopefully it does scare me because I go to the theaters for a theatrical experience.
Good for you, man.
Good for you. Go watch it yourself.
I hope you enjoy it.
Okay. So anything else you want to mention?
The only thing I want to mention is all of our social media, IG, X, formerly known as Twitter, and YouTube, at Discuss the Film. Go follow us there. We got our Linktree link in the bio of our IG. We have our Linktree link in all of our bios, actually. And if you click that link, you will see all the places we're available to be listened to.
Yes, we can be listened to multiple places.
Oh, yeah.
Very exciting. We're going to continue dropping content for everyone. And that's all I got. You want to wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up, dog. My name is Frankie.
And my name is Herb. We'll talk to you again soon.